Once upon a time, there was a teenage boy, and he was at school, and he was looking across the biology classroom at a girl. The prettiest girl he'd ever seen. He'd been in love with her forever. Ever since the beginning of the school year, which to a teenager is kind of forever. And he, as he looked at her, thought, I really want to get her number so I can call her on the telephone. See, this story takes place back in the day before smartphones and the internet and stuff, when people didn't meet on social media or send texts to each other. They called each other on their phones, on the phone that was, in their house. Anyway, and he thought, how am I going to get her to give me her number? And as he thought, he's like, I wonder, could I make a love potion and give it to her, and then she'll want to give me her number? He thought, no, that won't work. I don't know how to make love potions. This story takes place before Harry Potter was even a thing. Anyway, I thought, I've got to figure out how to get her number. Maybe I can just follow her around at school and hope that she gives her number to someone else and I can write it down and then I can call her. No, that probably wouldn't work either. Because then she'd be like, how'd you get my number? Are you stalking me? What the heck, dude? I thought, what am I going to do? As he was staring at her, he was kind of lost in his thoughts. And when he finally noticed that he was still looking at her, he looked and saw that she was looking at him. And she was smiling. And he's like, oh! And he looked away, all embarrassed like. And then he risked to look at her, and she was kind of looking at him, smiling still. And then he thought the craziest thought of all about how to get her number. He thought, maybe after class in the hall, I can go up to her and ask her for her number. And he thought, whoa, that's insane. Whoa, she'll never give me her number. She's out of my league. She's too good for me. She'd never go out with a loser like me. And he thought this, and he just didn't have the guts to do it. That night at home, he was all depressed. And his dad said, son, what's the matter? Why are you all depressed? And the boy told his dad the whole story about how he was too scared to ask her for her number. And his dad said, look, kiddo, I'm going to give you some advice I wish I had when I was your age. You never know who might like you. You said she smiled back at you. That's a good sign. That means she doesn't hate you, at least. Or she doesn't think you're, a scummy piece of slime on the bottom of someone's shoe. Never ever let yourself think that you're not good enough for somebody. If that's a girl you want to talk to, you want to get her number, just ask. Maybe she'll say no, but at least you'll know. Just do it. Tomorrow, I want you to ask her for her number. And the boy said, okay, but he was still scared. The next day, he's walking down the hall, and he saw her at her locker. And he's like, okay, dude, I'm going to do this thing. Walked up and he said, hi. And kind of startled her a little bit. He's like, oh, hi. And he said, how you doing? How's this weather? He sounded like a silly guy. But then finally he said, can I have your number so I can call you? And she's like, yeah. And she took out a piece of paper and handed it to him. And it's like, you already had this written down. She said, of course, I've been waiting for you to ask me for my number forever. And he's like, really? It's like, yeah, call me. And she walked away. And the teenage boy was very happy. And he's like, wow, it totally worked. Listening to my dad actually helps sometimes. The end.